a difference between the Christian and the atheist. So this is what the moderator says, and I'm just going to read to you exactly what he says, just so I don't mess it up. But he says, let us suppose that we have a person who has suffered significantly throughout this person's life, and at the end of her life, she is now facing death. From your worldview, what kind of opportunity would you give her, or what kind of advice, or what kind of consolation, a sort of practical benefit would you provide for that person based on your worldview? And I want to ask both of you that question. And he says, Walter, why don't you go ahead? And this is what the atheist had to say, and I found this very interesting. And he has to make assumptions to have anything that's remotely comforting here that's not in the question itself. But this is what he says. I would tell her, this is the atheist, Walter Sinnott Armstrong, I would tell her that she has done a lot of good things in her life. I would assume, if she's a friend of mine, how convenient is that, huh? That'll be true, he says. And that she should be thankful for all the experience that she has had and all the people that she has been able to love and help, assuming that she's done those things, right? And all the people who have loved her and effects that they've had on her life. And that's the most we can expect, he says. And that's enough. That's a lot of help to other people. Okay. Assumptions made there. What if the person didn't live a great life? What if, he's just assuming that to make this easier on himself. Craig, the Christian, doesn't make those kind of assumptions. He says I would try to assure her of God's unfailing love for her. That as she goes through these deep waters, that God will be with her, and that he will guide her through the death to the other side, and that there awaits for her, if she will trust in God and his grace through Jesus Christ, a glorious life of unspeakable joy that awaits her. And that this transition from physical life here to everlasting life is but a transition from a cramped, narrow foyer into the grand banquet hall of God's eternity. And therefore, she can face this with courage and with hope that she is not alone. What a difference, isn't it? How you comfort somebody. And when you look at this, you see how amazing, what a comfort, what a consolation the gospel is to a person who's about to die.